what types of personal data do you typically see collecting on the public internet? Are we talking addresses, phone numbers, even social security numbers? And how did we get to this point? Is this a failure of data privacy regulation, or a lot of back alley shenanigans, or just a case of nobody minding the store?
Yeah, probably a little bit of all that. Let me take the first part first.
Sure.
So what data is out there? It's primarily all your personal information minus things like your social security number. So different than a data breach, like you were talking about it at the opening. Data breaches typically have like your bank accounts, your driver's license, your passport, your social security number. But they don't have much PII associated with it, right? It's like a list of names and numbers. And that's usually it. What you have on these like what are known as people search websites, so sites like White Pages and Spokio and My Life and Ben Verified, all these kind of sites, they have sort of what I think of as like the rest of your story. So if your data is been exposed in a data breach, the fraudsters can simply go to these people search sites and get the rest of the information that they would need in order to start creating accounts and so on. So they get your name, they get your full name, they get your prior names, like if you were married or divorced or so on. They get all your addresses, so they know where you live. They get your date of birth, they get your age, they get your phone numbers. They get all of that. They get your relatives. You can
sometimes even see like family connections and stuff too, right?
That's right. That's right. And so the way it works is they need that rest of that information to build out their virtual profile or faux profile on you, or synthetic identity is what other people call it, so that then they can go try to create a bank account or a credit card account and so on. And probably with your background, you probably know, and certainly me working at Experian, when you go create these new accounts where you can actually create true fraud, financial fraud, you have to go through something called out of wallet questions, which are these are the questions that only you should know. And they're typically like, did you live at this address? And that personal information. So all of that personal information to get past these account opening procedures are on the people search sites.
Yeah.
So between a data breach and a people search site, a fraudster has more than enough information to commit fraud.
Yeah. So if you can say what sites or places online are the worst perpetrators in this regard of making data public? What's the upside for them to do this too?
Yeah. So sadly, they're all bad because they all have the same information. But the ones that are worse, are the big, what I classify as the bigger ones. And by bigger, I mean more traffic. And the way these sites get traffic is through search engine optimization. So it's bad enough that they are buying all this data and stockpiling it and selling it, but then they publish it in a way where they create HTML pages with deep links so Google can crawl and scrape all this information and then have it show up in Google search results. So the biggest ones are the ones that have mastered SEO so that they show up on page 1, page 2, page 3 of your search results. And those are the Spokios, the My Lifes, the Ben Verifieds, Instant Checkmate, White Pages, and so on. Intellius, kind of the big six there.
What are the financial gains? You said that they sell this information. Like how does the money flow in these types of scenarios?
Yeah, I mean, sadly, most of these are scams of some sort where they try to get the consumer to sign up for a monthly paid membership, and then they just keep hitting the credit card every single month. Most of the way these sites work is they're so concerned about chargeback rates because most people don't want these services. They somehow are misled into signing up for them. And then, they have to fight the customer service process to get their account closed and their money returned. And so, if you're worried more about chargeback rate than building a good service, you're probably a scam. And, that's what the majority of these things are.
How about some free cybersecurity training resources for you and your team? Just go to infosecinstitute.com/free to get ebooks, training guides, and more than 100 cybersecurity training courses, all free for CyberWork listeners. Go to infosecinstitute.com/free and start learning crucial new skills today.